Today I'm sitting here with Pattie Porter, otherwise known as the Texas Conflict Coach, and we're going to actually be talking about some really cool stuff she's doing here in San Antonio that I think is going to attract a lot of people, especially from the business field. Pattie, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome, Louis.
Would you mind introducing yourself, what you do in your business?
All right, well, my name is Pattie Porter, Conflict Connections, and I'm also known as the Texas Conflict Coach. And what I do is I really help people and businesses resolve conflict constructively by helping them have a voice to be heard and understood.
Now, if I understand correctly, you're going to be hosting a number of workshops, women in negotiation workshops to be specific, and they're actually going to be starting this June. Why do women want to improve their negotiating skills?
Well, before I go there, the first thing I want to do is define negotiation very simply. And negotiation is just, a conversation between two or more people. You have something of value, I have something of value, and we need something from each other. And hopefully we can have this conversation to reach a mutually satisfactory agreement. So, for example, a business owner might want to, as they're building their new business, seek new paying clients. Or a consultant might want to partner on a project. Like if I wanted to partner on a project with you, I need to know how to negotiate some of the things that are important to me and to you. Or an employee who feels well-deserved and feels like they need a promotion. So these are some examples when we talk about negotiation. We have to have this conversation. The number one thing that I learned early on as a business owner is we as women negotiate against ourselves, and that's one of the primary things I want to be able to teach in the workshop is how do we stop undervaluing ourselves? How do we start valuing what we have to offer and be confident and competent and to be able to understand our market value? So stop negotiating against ourselves is one of the number one things I want to teach.
So give us some examples of how negotiation skills can be improved. I mean, this obviously is going to have a huge impact on a woman's bottom line. So, what's going to be in it for the person who attends?
Well, one of the things I thought would be helpful is to give some real examples. Myself as a business owner, when I started many, many years ago, when I first started to get my first new clients calling me, I was excited, I was nervous, I was like, oh wow, a client's calling me. And of course, typically they would say, do you offer conflict resolution training and how much do you charge? Dun, dun, dun. How much do you charge? Gave me a pit in my stomach because I was just like, what will I say? Will they reject it? Will they think it's too much? Am I worth it? All these things would go in my head very quickly. So I'd throw out the figure, and then I'd hear this long sigh on the phone. That's too much. And then I would be freaking out, and before they even had a chance to counteroffer or even to enter a negotiation with me, I would immediately negotiate against myself. I would discount my price significantly, and they're like, oh yes, we can do that. And then as soon as I said it, I was just like, I can't believe I did that to myself. So one of the things is, how do we learn not to do that? The second example of what they're going to learn from the workshop, and this is also significant, and this is where the conflict piece comes in. Negotiation is not always about money. Negotiation is also about the things that we ask for in our personal and business relationships.
Well, let me ask you this, Pattie, because I've been very familiar with your business. I've seen a lot of what you've done. I read a lot of your work, and I listen to your show. You're pretty prominent online. Share with us a little bit about where people can connect with you, listen to your radio show, read what you write.
Okay, great. Thank you for asking. Well, the first place that they can learn about my services and how I can help them is on my website, which is conflictconnections.com. And you mentioned my radio show. The radio show I have is the Texas Conflict Coach, and this is something I do every Tuesday night for 30 minutes, and it's all about giving back to the community and to the consumer to really educate them about raising their self-awareness, giving them tools, resources, and strategies about how they deal with conflict in their everyday lives. So it could be a neighbor conflict, a workplace conflict, could be dealing with their siblings over their elder care issues. There's so many topics that we bring to light around conflict management on the radio show, and that's TexasConflictCoach.com where they can find that. And on those sites you'll find all my social media networks that you can connect with me there.
Information.
Okay, great. Well, the Women in Negotiation Workshop in San Antonio will start in June. It's June 2nd and June 9th. So it is a 2-day workshop on a Thursday, both 8 to 4:30. It will be here locally in San Antonio, and they can get information at conflictconnections.eventbrite, eventbrite.com, or you can find it on conflictconnections.com.
Wonderful.